Level start. Oh, and it's Warwickshire going like a train. Warwickshire from Bedfordshire. Oh, Bedfordshire with a better change of road. Bedfordshire and Warwickshire in Sussex. Oh, well done. Oh, not quite. And away we go. Oh, good level start, but it looks like Bedfordshire over there. Yep, Bedfordshire yellows and a good start. They're turning. Head of County Armagh. Shropshire in lane 3 going well.
Get on it!
Bedfordshire hat band. There we go. Nice turn for Bedfordshire and Shropshire. County Armagh with a good turn as well. Do Sussex. But it's Bedfordshire. Back in the saddle. And one final pickup. There goes Bedfordshire there. Last one is Shropshire. Not giving them any space though. Bedfordshire from Shropshire. Bedfordshire from Shropshire. Bedfordshire retired. In the saddle, yeah, Bedfordshire at home. And away we go. Oh, Bedfordshire really giving it some this time. Oh, unlucky. Well done, Jenny, that was good by Nottinghamshire, by the way. So, what have we got? We have got Shropshire now in the lead. Shropshire from... Yeah, Shropshire hat band. I was looking at Warwickshire. Oh, good start for Bedfordshire in lane 1 here. Oh, take it. So, it's Warwickshire from Bedfordshire. Warwickshire with a good changeover. Bedfordshire trying to catch up now. Up to the top as they turn. It's Warwickshire still from Bedfordshire. From Sussex. Oh, County Armagh in the mix this time. County Armagh want the race. County Armagh with a flying change. Really good change over there. So, it's still Warwickshire from County Armagh and Bedfordshire. Back they come, neck and neck. County Armagh have made up the ground on Warwickshire, so it's County Armagh from Bedfordshire and Warwickshire. And this last leg is critical. Very fast pony by Bedfordshire on the inside here. Bedfordshire with a super last leg. Home they come, Bedfordshire from Warwickshire, Sussex. Okay, I'm going to wave with the lifters. Right to top and back to come. Lovely pick up there by Bedfordshire. Super stuff. And a good changeover from Bedfordshire from Warwickshire. Warwickshire eating up the grass though. Warwickshire one up. Here they come, turning at the top. Oh, Bedfordshire overshooting Warwickshire with a lovely pick up. So it's Warwickshire in the lead at the moment. A bit of a heavy put in there, but never mind, we'll go off with it. So, Warwickshire from Nottingham and Shropshire, I think. So, Warwickshire have now scattered their litter, so that's going to make life tricky for them all. Lovely pick up there by both Nottinghamshire and Shropshire. Nottingham and Shropshire, hat band side by side. Nottingham just ahead of Shropshire. Hat band away from Warwickshire as well now, and Sussex. So, at the top. Oh, beautiful stuff by Shropshire, under pressure, no bother. Shropshire home, Nottingham lane 2 for Warwickshire. Slow goes down for Sussex in 1 though, and for South Staffordshire. So, Warwickshire back in the saddle, Warwickshire and Bedfordshire. Bedfordshire, lovely put in there. Really good skills there. Go, Bedfordshire, showed us how it's on. Zippy fingers though. Just got touch too close to the basket. Yes, right, and number 3 for Bedfordshire. Number 3 for Sussex, chasing them down, and Warwickshire. So, Bedfordshire's not going to get it their own way. Back in the saddle though, nicely done. In for Bedfordshire, hat band ready to go. Off goes hat band for Bedfordshire. And the hat band for Warwickshire. Sussex with it. Oh, a County Armagh, sorry, thank you. And Shropshire. Shropshire Hatband in the lead. Sneaking over there in lane 7 and a ninja stylies. Here we go. Home comes Shropshire. Shropshire, well done. Flag flyers up to the top, round about. Whoa, lovely foot in there. Bedfordshire and Warwickshire. Warwickshire are flying. So it's Warwickshire. Changeover. Bedford getting slightly better changeover thoughts with Bedford and Warwickshire. Neck and neck. With Shropshire in one here, not letting the pressure off. Bedfordshire back the cup. Warwickshire breathing down their neck. Shropshire with a fantastic changeover in one. That was excellent stuff. Up the top, turning. Bedfordshire's in. Warwickshire's in. Shropshire miss. Oh. So. He doesn't have very often, does it? Oh, and Warwickshire missed a pickup now. Bedfordshire got an easy run. So. Hatband's away for Sussex, for Warwickshire and for Shropshire. But Bedford come home. And Nottingham. Oh, well done, Nottingham. Oh, Hatband, yeah. Okay, right, so. And we're waiting on a lovely start. Well done, that referee. You can come back. That was a good start. Up and round the top. Nice and level even yet. Here we come. Not much to pick between them. Maybe Bedford squeezing them nose in front. So, Bedford with a very good changeover, which is giving them the gap. But just ahead of County Armagh, Warwickshire and Sussex. They all turn not much into this one. Here we go. This is going to be a good race. Bedfordshire coming back for their second changeover. Bedfordshire, Warwickshire, Sussex. County Armagh just dropping back Bedfordshire slightly on the changeover there. Ball goes down for Warwickshire though, so they're going to have to go back. Bedfordshire coming up now. Bedfordshire with a wee bit of a gap, must be said. Hatband, oh, not enough to drop the baton though, boys. So Sussex and County Armagh now, they're fighting out for the 8 points. County Armagh just within the edge. County Armagh just ahead of Sussex. County Armagh coming back, 1 goal to go. County Armagh take it from Sussex. Shropshire and Bedfordshire coming in, they're racing for the line, and that was close. With the first of the little numbers, the little letters, Mr. K, and down to the end of the pony, pick up the next letter. On the far side, it is Bedfordshire Yellow going nicely. And Bradley working hard up alongside them, but Bedfordshire Yellow as Peter off there into the saddle on the way back down. Bedfordshire Yellow first to hand over. Bedfordshire Yellow away from Brecon, Royal Berkshire and Western Morgan Red. And whoa, involuntary dismount there by young Mr. Leeson. Like something top. The saddle, Royal Berkshire has had a problem with letters was all over the place. Western Morgan Red going nicely. And Bedfordshire Yellow now changing over. Bedfordshire Yellow with their third rider going out now. Brecon coming in for the handover. And it's a good one to start. And now we've got Western Morgan Red going out. Shropshire, Bedfordshire Yellow, I think, are still in the lead. Royal Berkshire changing over now, and Lily goes away to them. And oh my word! Good heavens above, he can run faster than the pony. There's Bedfordshire Yellow, and it's Brecon. Oh no, he didn't, because he missed the handover. So we've another hit, Shropshire away, and Western Morgan away. And now Brecon and Bedfordshire Yellow and Yorkshire on the far side. Loads of Hatbands. It's been a real race here. And first into the saddle it looks like Elaine. But Elaine's coming down, and then we've got 3 of them, and she murders them, of course. It's Elaine, then we... Right, so sword lancers, already there are problems for Brecon. It's Bedfordshire Yellow, brilliant take there. Bedfordshire Yellow, Shropshire. Oh, well done, Derbyshire. Oh, land of my birth. And coming down now, it's Bedfordshire Yellow going to take this one. Yes, Yorkshire coming over. I'm not...
placement. Oh dear, there's one on the ground. And that, I think, is for Westmorgan. Oops! Who's fallen off the pony at the top? Got off, let it go, and it's now running back in a rather disconsolate fashion.
Thank you.
So, anyway, meanwhile, back at the rank, do be careful, folks, there is a loose rider in the middle.
Watch the ponies coming down West Ground, Rider, please.
Yeah, anyway, who looks to be leading this? Looks to be Bracken, I think. Bracken, Shropshire, Royal Berkshire up there, Yorkshire not a million miles away. And Hatband on the line, and Ryan goes away for Bracken, with Shropshire closing, and there's Royal Berkshire, Bedfordshire Yellow on the far side. Now on the way home it is Bracken, Shropshire, Royal Berkshire. And it's bounced but stayed on for Ella and Bedfordshire Yellow. And very quickly done though there by Bradley for Bracken. It's all on the floor for Bedfordshire Yellow. It's Bracken leading the way with Shropshire, Berkshire and West Glamorgan, and now Yorkshire chasing. On the far side, Kent are out there, Derbyshire up there. So it's a very good placement by Bracken, Shropshire, Royal Berkshire. These three, these are our leaders. Here go Yorkshire and West Glamorgan red, and Bedfordshire Yellow with Kent. But time to go round and do a twirl for Bracken, but that's brought Shropshire closer to them. And oh, Bracken! I think Tom thinks he had a line fault, so he went back and made sure he corrected it. So that leaves Shropshire in the lead. It's the final placement for them. And oh, Bedfordshire Yellow took a chance. Shropshire head for home. Line, and that's a rim-eyed start. It's bottle exchange. So the bottles are, well, some are on, but some are off. It's on the ground for Berkshire and for Derbyshire and for Yorkshire. So on the far side, it's Bracken away with Bedfordshire Yellow. Very rapidly done by Bedfordshire Yellow. So here we come now. And attacking, really attacking that bottle. Great placements there. Bracken going nicely too. But it's Bedfordshire Yellow coming around the top with Bracken now, and also that's Royal Berkshire. But these are, oh my word, off goes Granny Dawn, chasing Oakley, and it's more interesting than the racing. Go. Let's have a look. So it should be Hatband time. It is Hatband time. So Bedfordshire Yellow dropped it. So it's Bracken on the far side, I think. Yeah, it's definitely Bracken coming in, and Bracken going to take this one from West Glamorgan red, Bedfordshire Yellow. No, maybe got one more out there. And so turning at the top, it's the Royal Berkshire Hatband, and Kent's Hatband here as well. So it's, oh, the Royal Berkshire juggle. So Shropshire come over from Kent. Nice start there. Oh dear me, but calmer, unfortunately. And the hoops on the floor for Bracken. On the far side, whoa, flying bolt there for Shropshire. And Bedfordshire Yellow, it's Bedfordshire Yellow and Shropshire. Lovely placement there by Bedfordshire Yellow. Going down now we have Bracken Stars. Wow. Hand over there for Tom. Well, Berkshire going nicely on the far side. Nice to see some of them picking off the floor, because definitely if you can do it, it does seem to be quicker. And Bedfordshire Yellow have sussed this, and it's their Hatband going out. Oh, Ryan, that hooked. Painful. Oh, and a nice piece of jumping by Yorkshire. Yorkshire going cross country. And Their hat band is out but going back again. So we've got Bedfordshire Yellow now coming down to place the final hoop on the cone, and Bedfordshire Yellow complete from Royal Berkshire. Alex there for West Glamorgan. Yorkshire over the line. Very a suitable word for it to bother. Oh dear. Young Miss Quinn, a pole on the floor. Daddy stomps off, looking better. So here they come down. Oh, and there's problems for Brecon as well. Oh, Bradley and Sav have had a pole down. So on the far side it's Royal Berkshire. Bedfordshire Yellow going nicely, and West Glamorgan Red. Yorkshire piling down there.
God, that doesn't help.
So now, oh Bradley, what are you doing? It's now Bedfordshire Yellow. They've completed with Royal Berkshire, Yorkshire, West Glamorgan Red, Derbyshire. Oh, it all went pear-shaped again for Shropshire. Oh, they did it again on the way back down. Here come Brecon. Go. Agility Aces. Off the ponies. And Brecon. James coming down. Oh, there's a stone over there. I'm not sure who that's for. That's for Bedfordshire Yellow. So it is Yorkshire, West Glamorgan, Shropshire and Brecon. In that order. Yorkshire, West Glamorgan, Brecon and Shropshire all coming down to the stones. Let's see who can tiptoe the quickest and into the saddle. And it is Elaine takes it for Shropshire.
Hammer away. Oh, bit of a miss for one or two in the middle, but it looks like Elaine has missed, but she doesn't normally go first, so that's a good excuse. Coming down, looks like Stevie on the far side for Northumberland. Page is flying in the middle for Leicester Yellow. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, Jamie Kissel flying on the far side. She beat Mitch Entire at the British Individuals, I can tell you she did. Anyway, heading up, Powys have had a miss. West Kent on the inside are doing quite well from Kent. No Kent on the inside from West Kent. Danny's going a bit of a scenic route towards the pot, but I think he's going to put the flag in. In the meantime, Kate O'Connor finishes for Leicester Yellow. That pony's for sale. Northumberland second, Kent and Leicester Red in the middle, third. Leanne's kicking her cone around all over the shop, but I think she's going to put the flag in a minute. Vicky says she can't do flag. She can't do two flags. Jess finishes for Powys, and I think it's going to be Shropshire to complete. She's kind of going the wrong direction with a hat band on. Nice to see Katie Barrett lookalikes back in Shropshire. Sorry, Tom. I thought it was her yesterday. Well done, Leanne. We have finished. End off. Over away. Good start, Nikki. Hopefully some of these other starters are learning from this. That little pony for Leanne is flying. She's taken the fourth pole and she's right up there, but it looks like Katie and Leicester Red in the middle. It's very close. Northumberland, Leicester Red, Shropshire and Kent. No, that's not Kent, that's Leicester Yellow. So turning the top, it's definitely Leicester Red and Northumberland now. I think that pony's for sale on the far side. James Dawson's riding. Shropshire right behind them, so these three going up. Sarah Francis got her cart and Stevie's got his. Tom James. Good turn for Tom and Stevie. Unfortunately, Sarah's had the bucket. So Stevie's now taking it up for Northumberland, followed by Shropshire. They're right behind. Elaine's absolutely right behind Danny. She looks like she's going to turn a bit better because Danny's having to prepare his new pony. So I think Elaine... Oh, it's going to be close on the way back. Oh, Elaine takes that in the middle. But we're away. Socks are in the bucket. Very quick on the near side for Katie. How can you say that these boys are any better? She is flying. Nearly knocked someone else's bucket over, but she's there. Danny's got the changeover, but very quick on the far side for Shropshire as well. So Shropshire leading the way, I'd say. Brian's gone out there ahead of Danny. Not sure where Powys are going around the top of the arena, but they could be heading down their own lane now, hopefully. But Brian's slightly wide, but he's been very quick there, so Elaine goes out for Shropshire. Followed by Chelsea for Northumberland. I think Elaine's got that in the bucket. She's going to be very economical at the top. She's jumped off, stock in the mouth, and she's back aboard. Shropshire a mile ahead in this one. Slight turn for Chelsea, but she's going to jump again. Yeah, she jumps again and she's on. Oh, just watch where you're going, even if you've got the same kit on. Anyway, coming down with the last rider, it's going to be Shropshire, I think. Sarah Farnsworth's had another problem with the bucket. Oh, we've got a tumbler. Right, we're away. Good start for Katie in lane 2 for Northumberland. Nice turn for Hattie on the inside though. So Elaine's taking it up, I would say, from left to red on the far side and left to yellow. But it's definitely Elaine for Shropshire. She is motoring here and she does... Oh, unfortunately, she's just had to lean out too far. So it's the two Leicester teams on the far side. Left to red and left to yellow. Heading out with the second riders. Kent in the centre, followed by Shropshire and Northumberland. Yeah, that's my fault, sorry, Elaine. But Sarah Farnsworth is absolutely eating the ground on this field. She's ripping them apart. You wait till she's had a drink in Faustino. She's going to rip those Argentines apart tonight. God help us. Anyway, coming back down with the last bug, she's absolutely motoring. Sarah, that will make up for not being able to use a bucket. Followed out. Leicester Red are followed out by Northumberland and Shropshire on the inside. I think I'm right in saying that pony's for sale that James Dawson's riding. Nice pony volley there, turning well. And the pony on the far side that Molly is leading the way with is for sale as well, that grey. Jenny's coming up next on another pony that's for sale, the spotty one. But Leicester Red are definitely leading the way in this. Shropshire Port right up there on that lane. Followed by Northumberland. Danny's racing. Brian here on the inside. Danny's had a slightly wider turn, so Brian is really catching here for Shropshire. I think Leicester Red are just edging it still, but Brian's motoring on the inside. That pony's for sale as well. I'm not quite sure why. It's absolutely flying for Brian. He's now taking over from Jenny, I think, on the far side. But, oh, unfortunately, Danny's had a bit of a slip, so Shropshire take that from Leicester. Moving on to Postman. Oh, the lovely lines are in lane 1, look. No line-to-line handover. Apparently not happening. Yeah, stick him in the middle. Oh, more intelligent. Anyway, turning the top. It looks like Katie's leading the way from Leanne, so Northumberland, Shropshire, but I think Katie... Oh, that's not Kate, but someone's right up there on the far side for Leicester Yellow. But Northumberland with the best changeover. Stevie's out there, Lane's chasing him down, she's turning inside, so she's probably going to take up the lead here, I'd say. She needs to get it in the sack. But Elaine's leading the way, she hands over to Brian, out goes Chelsea, out goes Paige on the far side, Powys are motoring, so Sarah Farnsworth takes another cracking handover. Percy's getting better and better every race. But coming down, it looks like Shropshire. I think Brian's leading the way, slight steering issue, so I think he's got to go back. Be careful. Right, anyway, heading out with the last rider. It's yes to yellow, but better change over for James. So Northumberland Red are taking it up on the last rider, followed by Leicester Yellow, Leicester Red on the inside. Molly Line is heading out there. Ponies for sale. Ponies for sale in lane 3. Pony was for sale in lane 2. Anyway, Northumberland Red take that. Leicester Red, I'm not sure whether they actually did the bending on the way back. Leicester Yellow completed in second. Shropshire completing with Leicester Red. Venus is leaving the arena, I think. She's had quite enough. Apparently, Matt treated Paige to a fish and chip dinner in France, and then she went and got back with Will. He's been ditched, so everybody's putting the first flag in. It's Kent and Leicester Red. That line girl was lying there. So Leicester Red leading the way as they turn the top, followed by Northumberland Red. Everybody's red, aren't they? Shropshire Red. Oh, it's all red or black in here. Anyway, coming down for the next placement, it's Leicester at very quick for them. Look at that, Sarah was not even ready for that handover, but she's gone out now. Followed by Northumberland, it's these two. West Kent. Willie just put the flag in the flipping thing, Ben. That's what the call from Venus. Kate, get aboard, you're going out next. I can't ask that. Don't be so rude, Venus. Anyway, out they go. It looks to be Northumberland and Leicester Red absolutely neck and neck. They are flying. Kent. Powys on the far side, Leicester Yellow having a little canter on the inside, but Danny's turned slightly better than Molly. I'm not quite sure what she did at the top. Coming down for the last flag, there's loads of them at once. Danny's got to get his flag in, Molly's got to go. Oh, Molly, after that disastrous top, she sorted herself right out. Leicester Red take that from Northumberland. Shropshire sending out Elaine as the last rider now. I think, here goes Kent, normal Kent, Leicester Yellow complete, Powys completing on the far side, West Kent, and it's going to be Shropshire to finish in that one.
And a nice start by all teams, approaching the castle for the first time. A couple of castles have hit the deck for Hampshire and Yorkshire. It is Shropshire just leading the way from West Glam, and Leicester Blue and South Kent, and Leicester Yellow. It's these four. Shropshire are going back, and then we've still got Leicester Blue, West Glam, South Kent. Who's going to be first? Looks like it might just be South Kent first out of the with the bucket. And it is first for South Kent. Who's going to take second? Shropshire or Leicester Blue? It is Shropshire. Leicester Blue. Nice even break by all teams. But first the changeover at the top, it will be Leicester Yellow, Middlesex Red, Shropshire. South Kent have dropped. Third rider goes out for Shropshire, Middlesex Yellow, Middlesex Red, Leicester Yellow, West Glam, Leicester Blue, Hampshire, Yorkshire. On the last run, Shropshire leading the way from Leicester Yellow and Middlesex. And we're away with Toolbox Scramble. And that's a stop. Oh, stop please. Oh, stop.
Coming steady. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got away.
Hampshire Norse Pony just being a tad bit sticky on the line. Maybe they'll swap. Yes, they are. Thank you, Hampshire.
Right. Watch me. Everybody watch me. Watch me.
And we're away. Third time of asking for Toolbox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successfully on the bins. As they're up at the top for the first time. First to hand over will be West Glam, followed by Shropshire, Yorkshire, Leicester Yellow, South Kent, Leicester Blue, Middlesex Red just having a few problems. But it is Shropshire still leading the way just from Hampshire and Leicester Yellow and Leicester Blue. We've got a loose pony. So be careful in the arena, loose pony. I think that might be Yorkshire. But it is Shropshire leading the way as their last rider goes out. Followed by West Glamorgan Red and Hampshire and Leicestershire Yellow. But it's Shropshire turning at the top. South Kent's last rider goes out, but it will be Shropshire to take it. 3. As they're away with Litter Lifters. As Middlesex Red second rider goes out, as does South Kent. Leicester Yellow having a few problems. Shropshire coming back, that might be to their third rider. There's our Hampshire down here in lane 1. South Kent changing over to their third rider. Shropshire have missed the handover. Yorkshire are now out. few hatbands working their way up to the line. Who will be first out? It will be Hampshire North down here in lane 1, followed by West Glamorgan. That's your 1 and 2, just as it stands at the moment. Shropshire coming down, as are South Kent, Leicester Blue, Yorkshire. But West Glamorgan have crossed the line. Middlesex Red coming to hand over to their third rider. Shropshire coming to hand over to their last rider. But it is Yorkshire crossing the line, followed by South Kent. I missed first over, which was Hampshire. Middlesex Red missing Shropshire over. Lovely break by all teams, nice and even, as they approach the mid for the first time. 6 of the 8 bottles down, 5 of the 8 bottles down successfully, but leading the way it is Shropshire coming to hand over for the first time, followed by Hampshire North, Yorkshire, South Kent, Leicester Blue, but Shropshire have dropped it. West Glamorgan now handing over, as are Leicester Yellow, but Middlesex Red coming to hand over, as are Hampshire North. South Kent are out. West Glamorgan Red having dropped. There's bottles going everywhere on this race. But it will be Hampshire with the first, my apologies, up there in lane 8. It is Leicester Blue, first hatband out, followed by Hampshire, followed by South Kent, followed by Shropshire, followed by... But it will be Leicester Blue crossing the line, followed by Hampshire, followed by Shropshire, and West South Kent. And we're away. All 8 successfully put on the first spin. Middlesex Red having a few problems, but time to change over. It will be West Glamorgan Red and Leicester Blue, South Kent, Leicester Yellow, Shropshire, Yorkshire and Hampshire North. Just Middlesex Red waiting to hand over for the first time. Turning for the second time, we've got South Kent, and it's gone down. Yorkshire gone down, so it's West Glamorgan Red picking up the reins at the moment. Followed by Leicestershire Yellow, Shropshire, South Kent. There's all sorts of things going on now, but it does look like West Glamorgan Red, last rider going out. They've had a nice clean run, everyone else has had a few problems. Hampshire North coming for their pedal, but they've dropped it, but it looks like Shropshire up there in lane 8. They've got a hatband, they're just going to place it on. But it is West Glamorgan Red, followed by Shropshire. Nice straight line. So won't let anybody get away with anything. Nice even start for all teams. As we've got 7 out of 8 Poopers on first time. Just Hampshire North failing at the first hurdle, but changing over. It is Shropshire down in lane 1. They'll hand over first, followed by Yorkshire, Leicester Yellow and South Kent, and Leicester Blue, though they've dropped their coin. Hampshire North handing over. Leicester Yellow having a few problems, as are Middlesex Red, but it is Shropshire taking a check as they hand over to their third rider. South Kent coming in to hand over up there in lane 8, as are West Glamorgan Red and Hampshire. Leicestershire Blue, Leicestershire Yellow, Middlesex Red, but it is Shropshire leading from the word go as their last rider is out, racing up to the top. They're being hotly pursued by West Glam Red and South Kent. Shropshire have turned at the top, they're on the home run now. Will they get it on? Nicely done, this is Shropshire over the line. And they're away for the last time, fast and furious, as they go up to the top for the first time. It looks like it is Shropshire just from Leicestershire Blue and Yorkshire. handovers. It is Shropshire, Leicester Blue, West Glamorgan, Yorkshire have dropped it, Hampshire North, Leicestershire Yellow. Coming to hand over, all Shropshire have missed, so that's just allowed Leicestershire Blue and Glamorgan, West Glamorgan Red, and South Kent, Hampshire North. But it is West Glam Red leading the way as they hand over to the last rider. Hampshire North have made up good ground, as Leicester Blue, it's these at the moment. So West Glam turning at the top, being chased by Hampshire and Leicestershire Blue and South Kent, but on the line it is Hampshire, West Glamorgan Red, Leicester Blue, Middlesex, Leicester Yellow.
This must be